Don't be mad when we say bring back segregation, okay? Because look here, we need to come to an understanding that black people as a whole, we would rather go where we are wanted. We're not going to go where we're not wanted, and we would rather know where it is that we are not welcome. We would rather know where to not spend our money, who to not support, okay? Y'all act like we wanted to be thrown in the mix with a bunch of narcissistic, abusive racists. That is never what we wanted. Just like Martin said, I fear I have integrated my people into a burning house, and that's exactly what is going on. The world is falling down around us. Y'all never wanted us in proximity to you. And we never wanted to be in proximity to y'all either. We just wanted equal opportunity. And the problem with how segregation was done is that y'all were never taught to unlearn your racial biases. Y'all were never taught to not be racist. Y'all were never taught to have empathy. Y'all were never taught to see us as equal human beings, deserving equal rights, deserving the same things that you and your generational wealth and everything that y'all had since y'all infiltrated onto this land. All right? Y'all were never taught to be deprogrammed. Y'all were never taught to deconstruct your beliefs, your racism, your anti-blackness, and your Christianity, because they go like this. It is what it is. But here's the thing. We don't mind separate but equal. Separate but equal. Very much that. So if Trump wants to go ahead and segregate us, which he is starting to do, I'm not against that. I'm okay with that. Because we, black people, black folk, we are the spending power in America. We hold the purse in America. We do. So when we stop spending our coin at places that are racist and anti-black, white people, what do you think is going to happen to y'all's businesses? What do you think is going to happen to the economy? Who do you think is going to be thriving? We saw it happen before. Y'all couldn't handle it. That's why we had things like Black Wall Street. There are so many race massacres, race wars that happened. So many. They're all listed. You can find them. Go Google them. Because white people could not stand when black people poured into our own communities and started thriving without pouring into white communities, without giving y'all our money. Because when we go where we are wanted, we thrive. And that's what majority of us would like to do. So go on, bring it back. Bring it on back. Separate, but equal. Let's have it.
Hello, what's up, folks? How you doing? Hope you're doing super great wherever you're watching us from. As you know, this represents Talk Stories, and here with another contemporary videos about things that are happening in the United States. Now, just recently, we have been seeing signs that Mr. President himself is trying to bring back those things that used to happen during segregation, the segregation law during the Jim Crow laws, right? And to most of it, these laws enabled white people to enjoy these resources in absence of black people. While we are trying to look at the current things, how things are going, I think black people, we can leverage from this. In as much as it looks like it's sad that we are going to be blocked from some things that we think that we are getting, because I understand for the longest time, black people have always been segregated. For how many times have we seen whites only places? For the longest time, it has always been there. The segregation has always been there. It is that, it wasn't just announced, or they didn't want to make it look like, we are going back during those Jim Crow moments. But it's true. People are going back to those Jim Crow moments. But I think black people are now organizing. Black people are now using this. They are leveraging on what Mr. President himself is trying to do and taking advantage of it. Because come think about it positively. Other communities are intact, but black folks, we are not reinvesting back in our communities. We are not supporting back in our communities. So what if, when they say whites only, Black people also say blacks only. Uh, Black people support black business. Black people guard their communities, like what happened in Ohio just recently. I'm seeing that really great because we also need to show them that we are human beings and we can leverage that to our advantage. Because in as much as these people are pretending that they don't need you as a black folk, trust me, today's the 21st century. These are not like the Jim Crow moments. They still need you as a black folks. Remember, they have businesses that if you don't go and buy from their places, their business will be down, which is mostly bought by black people, right? So, being said, I think this is the moment that black people can leverage to their advantage and use this to plow back the billions of money that we put in other communities, and also say that, oh, since you are segregating, let's also segregate. Let's also put our money back in our communities because it's now segregation. And I think black people can do well for themselves because for the longest time that's what they've been doing. So I want us to watch this video. People are providing strategies on how they're going to do with this, and I'm happy to see this.
Donald Trump just brought back segregation. Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation on bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI. Okay? Let's do it. Bring back segregation. I want to know where the fuck I'm not welcome. I want to know where my money does not deserve to be put at. Because let's make this very fucking clear. Black people in America are the buying power. Y'all forget, we buy more than anybody else. I don't know why we do that shit, but we do. So let us know where the fuck we aren't welcome. Bring back segregation. I guarantee y'all gonna fuck up all y'all money. Because white folks don't shop like that. And when they do, they don't spend in middle class areas. It's the rich shit like Gucci and Prada. Not everyday hometowns. Go ahead and fuck yourselves up. Bring segregation back. Yup. Bring it on back. Let's see how this shit rides. You see what's going on with Target.
It's time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation. They are rolling back segregation. It is now no longer illegal to require separate facilities for people of different races. It is no longer illegal to say, here's the white water fountain and here's the colored water fountain. To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded. But we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is. They are rolling back segregation. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Because this time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets. Our black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas because we have let this happen. Not on my watch. Not while there is breath in me will we go back. Is anybody out there with me? Go love your neighbor.
We have some big news right now. Segregated facilities are no longer explicitly banned in federal contracts.
They're trying to bring back segregation. The Trump administration is bringing back segregation. They think we're going to get... I have never been more happy about a fucking story in my life. You cannot understand this. White Americans think we're going to get... Let me explain something, especially something everyone is learning under Trump. White America, for its existence, for its entire existence, white America has been incredibly mediocre. White America has been supplemented. Every aspect of their lives have been supplemented by the government. Land, you got it for free. House, you got it for free. Job, we'll give you a job. Money, white America has been supplemented for eons by its government to stay where it is. Black America, on the other hand, has been forced to be self-reliant. For context, in American history, during segregation was when Black America was financially at its greatest. During segregation was when Black America was financially at its greatest. They think they want. Trump has passed a law, right? You've seen it. You've seen it. They are bringing back whites only water fountains now, whites only waiting area, whites. They think we're gonna get hurt by this? Okay.
I need for you to come front and center and please share this video, especially if you're a federal contractor. Clause 52.222-21 of the FAR being the Federal Acquisition Regulation, is titled Prohibition of Segregated Facilities. And what this states is that the contract agrees that it does not and will not maintain or provide for its employees any segregated facilities at any of its establishments, and it does not and will not permit its employees to perform their services at any location under its control where segregated facilities are maintained. And segregated facilities mean like at work areas, restaurants, bathrooms, drinking fountains, transportation, housing. And you cannot segregate it based on race, color, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, national origin as well. Now, this clause is removed from the FAR. This is a new change due to the Trump regime. So what this heinous government is saying is that this provision, this clause in the FAR will no longer be considered when making award choices or enforce requirements. Now, I think this is very symbolic in nature from Trump's administration, who happens to be an inherently racist administration. And people that are Black and brown, I feel like I have to constantly say this, he does not like you. Now, to be clear, these contractors still have to follow federal and state laws, which include Civil Rights Act of 1964. But we already know Trump is actively trying to dismantle that law. When Kamala Harris offered her vision that we're not going back, this is exactly what she was afraid of, that he will bring us back to the 1950s, in which the white people had the power and we were powerless. But they don't know us, right? Because we shall overcome. And once we get over this hump, the MAGAs are not going to like the consequences. I promise you that. You guys have a blessed day.
Oh, my people, we got to do better. We have to do some research. You have to do more than listen to the clickbaits. You have to do more than listen to 20-second videos. You have to do more. You have to start doing your due diligence before you come to the comments saying stuff like, I guess you also agree with the segregation he put back in place, budget cuts for veterans, Social Security, DEI, and it's not just for Black people, whatever. I didn't finish reading everything because this triggered me for whatever reason. So let's get down to it. So did Trump bring back segregation? No, Donald Trump did not bring back segregation in the sense of reinstating legally enforced racial separation as it existed in the United States prior to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So, but what they did do was remove the specific clause from federal contracting rules known as FAR 52.222-21. If you want to go look it up yourself. FAR 52.222-21, which is the prohibition of segregated facilities, which had explicitly barred federal contractors from maintaining segregated facilities, which are restrooms, waiting rooms, or drinking fountains based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This clause originated from a 1965 executive order by President Lyndon B. Johnson aimed at ensuring non-discrimination amongst federal contractors. This was all a part of his rollback of DEI. So what happened?
And they're trying
March 2025, today actually, March 18, 2025, the memo directed federal agencies to stop including this specific anti-segregation language in new contracts.
aligning
when
with Trump's broader
black
agenda to
majority realized they had a
eliminate
fucking
DEI
majority.
related
They
requirements.
took back power.
This is for contracts. This is not
They don't
for
want us
the
to realize
American
the power that we
citizen.
have in this
This is
country.
specifically
It's
for
the reason why they're
contracts.
sucking up, and they were so happy that
So,
Trump made gains with the
segregation still remains
Hispanics
illegal
and some
under
black
federal
men,
and state
because they're
laws,
saying
including the
we need
Civil
people
Rights
to
Act of
join the
1964,
cause of
which
self-hate,
prohibits
so that
discrimination and public
current
accommodations
white
and
majority,
employment. The
soon to be
removal
white
of this clause does
plurality,
not legalize
white
segregation.
minority,
So get that out your head
can
and stop
put some
telling people
fucking
that.
rules in
And as far
place
as
for
DEI
these
go,
black people,
were the
these
last
Hispanic
people to
people,
benefit from
these Asian
DEI.
people,
And there
yeah,
are some things
so
that
they
need to
don't
be cut.
realize,
So yes, we
oh,
need
shit,
budget cuts.
I get
Regardless
what
of where
my
they come
power.
from, he's not cutting things that are benefiting people. He's cutting waste. That's it. Let it go. Leave it alone. Do some due diligence. Get your facts together. Stop being like this. Tragic.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Segregation was the best thing that happened for the black community. We had our own towns, our own hospitals, our own doctors. We started the paramedic services, you know it today. Black people have created so much shit. Segregation was absolutely amazing for the black community, especially the black community coming together. You know what happened, and you know the downfall of the black community was integration, because with integration, black people wasn't necessarily even living in white neighborhoods. It was a lot of black people and white people sometimes coming together, right? And then there was a lot of white people infiltrating black spaces. And there's a lot of now black people are overseen by these white governments instead of by the black governments they were previously overseen by. Black people was governed by black people was protected by black people, and then integration happened and black people was protected by white people. I'm just saying, I feel like segregation was better than integration, and before everything was desegregated, it feels truly separate but equal. If white people would have truly stayed in their own communities, if white people wouldn't have went out of their way to burn down black communities, I feel like segregation would have worked. And if you look at a lot of the black ancestors and a lot of the black people in the community who talked about times during segregation, segregation was a much better time for them than integration ever was. I think we got to bring back segregation.
You know, like this whole Trump trying to bring back segregation in segregated areas. They will ask Target. Tajay will tell you all. You motherfuckers want to mess with us. You will ask Target. You will also ask Walmart on Black Friday. You know, the new Negro. This breed here of the 21st century is 100 times different from the slaves that were taken from Africa. These ones have gone to school. They are empowered. They are strong. They are motherfucking smart and very talented. You want to segregate us? Yeah, we will carry every motherfucking thing. We'll take the NBA. We'll take everything. You want to see Noah Laos for Olympics? No, he's not running on the white side. He will be on the... Yeah, we might actually have the Republic of Black America. Y'all are fucking messing with what you don't even know. Companies are on their knees. Target is on its knee. Walmart also took a deep dive. Financial cuts. Walmart saw a decrease, I think it was 10%. There was a time the stocks were really down. And y'all want to bring segregation? You know what? I look forward to that, because at least we'll have clean bathrooms. Yeah. I said that, yeah. But anyway, I'm just, trying to reiterate that the new Negroes are so different from the slaves. Yeah, you want to try that shit? Bring it on. Bring it on. Knowing so well that we motherfucking spend more than every demographic in this country. Bring that shit on.
Trump's so anti-DEI, he wanted to bring back segregation. Black MAGA. Is this what you were talking about? You wanted segregation to come back? Is that what you were hoping for? I told y'all, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
And it all comes down to the simple fact: 4 years, there will not be a white majority. And they're trying to do everything they possibly can do, because what has it been shown? It's like, that's the reason why he has such a soft spot for the white South Africans. Because what happened when the black majority realized they had a fucking majority? They took back power. They don't want us to realize the power that we have in this country. It's the reason why they're sucking up, and they were so happy that Trump made gains with the Hispanics and some black men, because they're saying we need people to join the cause of self-hate, so that we, the current white majority, soon to be white plurality, white minority, can put some fucking rules in place. So these black people, these Hispanic people, these Asian people, yeah, so they can realize, oh shit, I gave up my motherfucking power.
Good afternoon. I don't know if you guys heard the fabulous news of segregation coming back. That was rage bait, right? Because they want y'all to get back out there, but little do they know, we don't want to be by them. Now, we've seen the demise of many of businesses when we snatch back that black dollar. And so what's going to happen now is we're going to continue doing what we were doing. Yes, God, okay? Stay focused. We've been building community. Now we dead ass don't have nobody but our community. Okay? Follow me, y'all. They're going.
Hello, what's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Now, are you still afraid that segregation is coming back? Definitely, I would like to tell you that from the look of things, we don't need to be afraid. Actually, this is the time to organize. This is the time to leverage this. The word is to leverage. Because while they're thinking that the same very systems that are supporting them to have all this, but you know that the United States economy is crumbling. And what the United States, I tend to understand this way, okay? Now that this is happening and there is a recession that is happening and the economy is down and everyone is complaining about the cost of living. And as I usually say, what black people need the most is not even money. It's not even a lot of money. What black people need the most is the unity. Because I believe that my black folks in the United States are so much creative of creating their own ways of coming up with, creating all these resources. Let's have black banks that only give loans to black folks. I'm not trying to teach segregation, but that's the definition of the United States, because this is what has been happening for the longest time. So when we talk about leverage, I think that's the best leverage. If you see any white-owned business, skip, go to a black-owned business, because they started segregation. Now we are using this against them, right? And I think this reverse psychology, it's important in making it think and making it ring back in the senses that, oh, we thought we don't need black people. Oh, we need black labor. Oh, we need black customers. Oh, we need black buyers. Because by you doing this, you'll not keep the money circulating in the community. Rather, you'll be bringing it back to where it's needed. I mean, in the black community. And I tend to think that that's where it's mostly needed. That's where, it's supposed to be. So, in as much as it will have some consequences, I know it will hit some aspects of black folks, because I know it has always been eating, right? It's in history. This is something that has been happening for the longest time. But if we take our time, black folks take their time and strategize and find the best way that they can make this work on it. This is the time to have black schools that teach black history, something that the United States curriculum has always been trying to deny you for the longest time. This is that time to plow back the profits in the black community. This is the time to teach our kids our own history, because this is now vivid. They're seeing segregation modern day 21st century. When we go to the beaches, we see whites only places. When you go to the restaurants, you see whites only places. And this is happening also in South Africa. Right in Africa, right? So this is the time that black people need each other the most. This is that time that black folks across the world, they need each other the most. I couldn't say much, but I know that it has some consequences, probably negative consequences. But I promise you, if black folks leverage on this, they're going to beat white folks in their own game, because they started this, right? Because they think they're great, because they think they can do without you. This is that time. Show them the middle finger. By doing what? Not buying in their shops. By doing what? Not taking your children in their schools, but improving your schools so that you can leverage and use that time without interference, because there'll be no white people, because it's our black people only, right? Because we're looking forward to a society where, since you say that these services are only going to be for white folks, okay, let's have services that are only for black folks, right? And this will teach them that, indeed, this economy cannot run without black folks. The last time I checked, black folks are one of the biggest spenders in the United States. You can take it in a positive way, you can take it in a negative way, but that's the truth. Trust me, when black folks decide that they are going to plow back their money in the black community, then let me tell you, a lot of trillions of dollars, the black dollar, is going to be invested back in the black community. Trust me, it's as simple as such. Black people need to organize. Economic integration, that's one of the most important things. And I think Dr. Cloud Anderson talks about it most of the time, right? So it's important for black people to economically integrate at this time. Is to understand that the game has always been rigged against you. But what can you do? This is 21st century. People are not fools. People are not crazy. You do your math and leverage. That's the word of the day. Black people need to leverage and use this to their advantage. Use this to beat the system. Use this to now improve yourself. They never gave you a chance to do so, but right now they're giving you a chance without interference. Think about it in a positive way. Just think about it in a positive way. They're giving you a chance to beat them at their own game. So, sorry, something just entered my eye. To beat them, right, in their own game. And I believe and trust that this is going to be successful. So I don't know where you're watching me from, but as usually know, these are presented Jinjok Stories. And those who are watching us for the first time, I'll ask you to subscribe to our channel, join our membership, and really get to see what we can offer you. But until then, these are presented Jinjok Stories, and I'm hoping to see you, if you're okay, on my next video. Stay tuned for more black stories, for more black history videos, for more educational content. You might want to join our community so that you can get exclusive content firsthand before it reaches the public. This is a presenter, Jinjok Stories, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video. But until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.